What's up guys, it's Zaya from CarNewba Detailing. I'm hoping you guys are all having a wonderful day, just like always. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to detail the exterior of your vehicle step by step, specifically how I do it mobile on the go for my customers. Now previously I did a video on how to detail the interior of your vehicle step by step, and I will leave a link in the description for that video below. But besides that, hope you guys enjoy this video. Alright guys, if you've seen my channel before, I am a really big fan of the Worx pressure washer. I use it a lot on my own vehicles and also my services. Just a few attachments to put it together, and then also the battery itself. The only other thing that you'll need is the water source. You can plug it in your traditional hose, or today I'm just going to be using a traditional 5-gallon bucket to detail the vehicle with. So I am using 3 buckets today, one with my wash solution, one with my grit guard, and then one for my actual water source for my Worx pressure washer. I always make sure to rinse out the buckets prior, just to make sure there's no contaminants in the buckets that can scratch the surface of the vehicle. Alright guys, so after you're done rinsing out your buckets, go ahead and fill them up with water. I use around 2 to 3 gallons in my grit guard bucket, and then around 3 to 4 gallons in my other 2 buckets. I find that's just enough for a small to mid-sized sedan, but if you do have a larger vehicle, go ahead and fill it up with more water. Besides that guys, I do want to mention all the steps I'm about to show you in this wash process are very minimal. I kind of refer to this as a basic wash process. It's nothing really special, it's just everything that you need to properly wash the exterior of your vehicle and maintain it. It's not a full detail, not even close, so just keep that in mind. I just want to show the beginners out there on the steps that you need to take to properly wash your vehicle. Alright guys, so after you're done filling up your buckets, go ahead and choose the one that you're going to use for your wash solution. I am using 2 ounces of my favorite car soap, and that is Zymol's Natural Auto Wash. After that point, I go ahead and grab my hose and fill the rest of the bucket up, and then foam up the solution in the bucket itself. After that guys, I just go ahead and grab my water source and clip the hose for the Worx pressure washer. Alright guys, so just a quick tip from me to you: before you even start rinsing your vehicle or washing it, blow out any kind of leaves or debris, because they are harder to remove when they're wet. After that point, I do lift up my windshield wipers and start the rinse process. I do start from the top of the vehicle and work my way downward, because gravity does pull down excess water, so you do save on water doing it that way. Work your way around the vehicle, around the wheel wells and the tires as well. As you can see, the Worx pressure washer is working great, no pun intended. There's more than enough water and pressure with the tool itself in order to properly rinse the vehicle. Just going to work my way around the car. You do have to bring your water source around with you, because the hose is not long enough, sadly, but it's not really a big deal. Also, keep your vehicle in the shade if you can. I am making a video in this scenario, so I wasn't able to do that for the whole vehicle, so just keep that in mind. Now I'm just giving you guys a close-up on how I rinse the wheels and the wheel wells too. I am using that angle attachment, which is really helpful. Now after you're done pre-rinsing your vehicle, go ahead and start the wash process. Please remember to start from the top of your vehicle and work your way downward. This is super important. It's referred to as the top to bottom method. The reason why this is so important is because the dirtiest part of your vehicle is at the bottom, the one closest to the ground, so you don't want to drag that stuff up onto the vehicle and scratch and mar the surface of your car. Now also remember to be working panel by panel and methodically clean off your mitt after each use. Too many times I see guys just dunking their mitt into their grit guard bucket and not really cleaning it off. It's super important, because you need a clean mitt in order to minimize scratching and marring of the surface. Now after you're done washing one side of the vehicle, especially if you're in the sun, you want to rinse off your solution as fast as possible, because not a lot of solutions are friendly when it comes to the sun. Luckily Zymol is actually pretty good. It leaves little to no residue behind when it dries off. Again guys, I just want to bring you into how I actually rinse off my mitt. It's super important. Make sure to actually use a grit guard and rinse out your mitt properly after each panel in order to have a clean, fresh mitt so you don't mar and scratch the surface. After that guys, I just move on to the hood of the vehicle. I work in straight up and down motions. I never use circle motions in order to wash the vehicle, just in case if you do catch something in your mitt and you scratch the surface. Scratches that are in a circular motion are a lot more difficult to remove than straight line scratches. Then I just go ahead and rinse off the surface of the hood with the Worx pressure washer. Alright guys, so I'm just continuing the wash process throughout the rest of the vehicle, making sure I pay attention to the top to bottom method like I talked about before. Now also take note of any smaller items such as your side view mirrors and door handles. You do want to make sure you wash those properly as well. Now just as a side note here guys, I have noticed a lot of individuals really focus and caught up on products and tools and what product they should be using and what they shouldn't be using and what's better than the other. Now I know that's really important and all, but I think the most important thing about car detailing and detailing in general is you, the individual actually completing the task. Now I see detailing as an art form, and with any art form you can master it. So don't let your product dictate your results is what I'm trying to say. Yes, there are products out there that might give you some longer lasting shine or might be easier to work with in the sun, but you as a detailer and as an individual should dictate what's a mediocre detail and what's a professional detail, okay? That's just my view on it. Like I stated before, just pay attention, stay focused, be methodical with your steps, and just build a process that works for you and just really focuses on the basics and the correct methods and properly detailing your vehicle inside and out, and you should be all set to go. Alright guys, so for the drying process, make sure you have some good automotive microfiber towels that are moist and contamination free. Also try using a quick detailer or a drying aid. In this scenario, I'm using some O&R with Express Spray Wax as my drying aid, because remember, the drying process is your highest chance of marring and scratching the surface because of a lack of lubrication. That drying aid really helps lubricate the surface and also leaves some shine and protection behind. Now, if you do have a coating on your vehicle, it's going to be a lot easier to dry off the surface because a lot of the water has already been removed because of gravity and the coating's effect. But besides that, just continue to use that top to bottom method just in case if you missed anything throughout your wash process, and also continually check your microfiber towel, making sure there's no contamination on it that might scratch a surface. For the hood, I just open up the towel and then gently get rid of any kind of excess water on the hood like I'm doing there. It's really gentle, it doesn't put any pressure on the paint and minimizes any type of marring or scratching. And then I just continue this process throughout the rest of the vehicle. When it comes to microfiber towels, I go with anything pretty much dedicated to paint drying from the Rag Company. They have some really great towels. So if you are interested in getting some really good microfiber towels, the Rag Company is the way to go, at least for me. Now, again, continually to spray your drying aid on all the surfaces of the vehicle, working panel by panel, and also wringing out your towel when needed. I have two towels, one on my hand, one on my shoulder. If you do drop a towel, please just go ahead and use a new one. You don't want to be risking marring the surface with anything that's on the ground. Now, just a quick tip from me to you, just to eliminate any kind of excess water droplets on your vehicle. Before you dry with your microfiber towel, go ahead and use a blower to remove any water from door jambs and moldings around your vehicle. Now, as you can see, my detailing spray did do a really good job in leaving a streak-free shine on the windows, but I'm just going to take it a step further. I'm just going to do an initial cleaning with a regular microfiber towel and some glass cleaner, and then I'm going to finish it off with a low-pile dedicated glass towel with my ammonia-free glass cleaner. Now, it's important to use ammonia-free glass cleaner because ammonia can stain plastics and things of that nature. If you do want to add some sort of protection, you can add some Meguiar's Express Spray Wax to the surface. Now, moving on to your front windshield, guys, just make sure to use a little bit more product because it is a larger surface area to clean the window itself. But a quick tip from me to you is to make sure to clean your windshield wipers as well. Just apply a little bit of product onto your microfiber towel and then pinch your windshield wiper and clean it in an up and down motion. This removes any dirt and contaminants that might prohibit your windshield wipers from properly functioning. Alright guys, so moving on to probably one of the most noticeable parts of the vehicle, especially if you're working with a customer, and that is the wheels. Now, you can really tell if a wheel has been properly cleaned or if it hasn't, so please don't skip any steps and go through the process. Spray it down with your degreaser. I'm using Purple Power in this scenario, and then really agitate the tire surface. Don't just go in circles, just make sure you go back and forth and agitate the surface to properly clean it. Besides that, I just move on to the face of the rim. I spray it down with a little more degreaser, and then I go at it with a soft bristle paintbrush or a soft bristle detailing brush. If you are using a paintbrush, make sure to tape off any kind of hard plastics or metal so you don't scratch anything, but it does work really well. For the lug nuts, I do go at it with a smaller detailing brush, and also for the emblem. Besides that, I'm using a wheel woolly to clean the wells of the tire and also clean behind the posts of the tire, because those do gather a lot of dirt and grime and also brake dust, so you want to make sure you clean those as well. Besides that, just rinse off the vehicle's wheel and make sure you get off as much degreaser as you can, because you don't want any of that stuff drying off on the tires or the rim. And then after that, if you would like, you can go ahead and spray down your wheel wells with some degreaser, and then you can wash it off with your pressure washer, and then your wheels are pretty much all set to go when it comes to the cleaning stage. Alright guys, so after you degrease all 4 wheels, you should notice that the first one that you started on is dry. Go ahead and spray some spray sealant or express spray wax on there to prevent any accumulation of brake dust and grime, and then use your favorite tire dressing to coat the tire itself. I'm using All American Car Care's dressing in this scenario. It's water-based. Just apply some to your microfiber application pad and then to the tire itself. Repeat this process on all 4 wheels, and then you guys are all set to go when it comes to your basic wash process for your vehicle. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Now as you can see, I didn't go into full detail on how to clay and compound and polish. Reason being, those are a lot more complex subject matters, and I'm going to go over those at a later date. But besides that, again, I really hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions or concerns, comment below. Besides that, remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to leave some support. And that's really it. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.